Subscribe G8. Hello everyone and welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Ned hardly loves Nina. Eddie attempts to steal Sonny's wife. Ned Quartermain's traumatic brain damage is clearly affecting how he is acting right now. As General Hospital reveals, Ned has managed to persuade himself that he is Eddie Main. Therefore, we need to consider how his personality modifications may impact his future behavior. Naturally, Ned's health has already made him desire to leave the Quartermain way of life and travel to Las Vegas. Eddie will leave his family in a panic with all their inquiries now that he's vanished from the hospital. But at the Savoy, Eddie was spotted by GH viewers standing behind Nina Reeves. In the episode airing on June 26, Eddie will assert that Nina is exactly the person he was hoping to meet and will shake her hand as he gets to know her under his new guise. Eddie will reportedly need to ask Nina for a favor or two, but Sonny will be the one to offer that he come stay in the penthouse. On the other hand, Nina will covertly exhort Eddie to follow his heart and fly off to Vegas or other uncharted territory. From Eddie's perspective, Nina will appear to be one of the only people in Port Charles who doesn't push him to change who he is. Eddie will be drawn to Nina because she will support him and his new beginning. Since Eddie won't be aware of Nina's ulterior motives, he'll be more inclined to believe her. Nina will be a beautiful woman who supports Eddie's musical goals and doesn't believe he should feel forced to please the Quartermains, at least in his eyes. To put it another way, Nina will tell Eddie what he needs to hear in order to draw him closer. Once Sonny persuades Eddie to stay and use his contacts for a resurrected music career, that strategy can backfire. It's possible that Eddie would experience love feelings because he may feel as though Nina is the only person he can rely on. It would be simple to picture Eddie opening up and planting a kiss at some time. If Eddie develops a strong crush on Sonny's fiancée and attempts to whisk her away, things may become rather nasty. Stay in for updates on what is developing for Eddie, as General Hospital spoilers indicate Nina may need to alter her strategy in that situation. Recap of General Hospital. Drew attempts to continue saving Carly with money. Drew once again decides Carly counts more than Scout in the General Hospital recap. Highlights. As Carly yelled, the judge on this episode decided to treat Drew very cruelly. While Nina tried to learn more about Dex, Sonny tried to make amends with Jocelyn. The Quartermain women discovered at the hospital why Ned believed he was Eddie Main. But Nettie soon vanished. Finally, Lucy admitted to Sasha that she was planning to wed Marty, a man who had no intention of getting married again. Let's now delve a little more deeply into the specifics. Hospital in general. Drew is willing to lose everything for Carly. When the judge ruled that Drew Cameron Matheson would serve 3 years in Pentonville, Carly, Laura Wright, went insane and appeared to be going to attack the man. Michael and Drew tried to calm her down, but all she did was scream at him. Zeke tried his best to defend Drew, but the court strangely concluded that the very fact that Drew was a Navy SEAL and had attempted to save PC civilians in Greenland was precisely the reason he needed to be returned to prison without delay. Zeke continued to fulfill his duty and emphasized that justice without kindness was meaningless. The judge ultimately decided to give Drew a week to organize his affairs before reporting to jail. Carly appeared to be in tears, but she didn't bother informing the judge that she was the cause of the whole situation and that Drew was willing to die for her. Just to put things in perspective, Drew tried. At least he wasn't going to die from cancer like Willow was. In fact, Drew was so committed to seeing Carly succeed that he planned to sell Aurora in order to provide her the money she needed to pay her SEC fines. Drew wasn't concerned when Carly brought up Scout and her inheritance. Similar to how she had Dante as her father, she owned ELQ shares. Drew said that Carly required the money from his company more urgently than his daughter did. G&H Nettie's important move. As Tracy and Alexis argued, as they frequently do, Gregory intervened. Gregory advised Tracy to back off and offered her an etiquette lesson, both of which Tracy found intrusive. Tracy chose to leave and check on Nettie, while admonishing Gregory to keep away from her. Then Alexis revealed to Gregory her entire nefarious relationship with Ned and the reasons she and Tracy didn't get along. While Gregory even learned that fully Tracy recovered, Kevin had some intriguing news for Olivia and Brooklyn. Nettie didn't merely think of himself as Eddie Main. Eddie Main was the man. Kevin was unable to convince Nettie's family that this couldn't possibly be a permanent situation. It wasn't just basic forgetfulness, he clarified. Eddie Main's image has been superimposed on Ned Quartermain's thoughts and feelings by Nettie. Brooklyn, inconsolable, may have correctly inferred that Nettie only desired a break from his family. All Tracy, Jane Elliott, wanted to do was give him another concussion. Kevin wisely informed Olivia that they now have a window into why Nettie could prefer to be Eddie after Olivia yelled in Tracy's face and yelled at her. The bed was vacant when the three women went back to Ned's room. The bad night of Nina in General Hospital. When Jocelyn and Dex entered the Savoy, Nina and Sonny were having a relaxing evening. Jocelyn walked up to Sonny and Nina's table and asked him icily if he knew what was happening with Drew and Carly in court. Jocelyn cynically remarked that some people know how to put their own needs aside for the benefit of others, when Nina remarked on how wonderful Drew's deeds were. Sonny then made the decision to speak with Jocelyn alone. Given that he intended to keep working for Sonny, he was surprised that Jocelyn would still be with Dex. Dex asked Jocelyn whether she would make up with Sonny when he did. Jocelyn made an effort to be cordial, but she wasn't ready to end the conflict completely. She did, however, acknowledge that it was incorrect of her to approach Sonny and request that he terminate Dex. Dex sat down with Nina while Sonny spoke with Joss, and she made an effort to get to know him better. She praised him for taking a bullet for Sonny and revealed their shared allegiance. Dex questioned whether her request for him to encourage Jocelyn to be kinder to her meant she also requested him to refrain from passing judgment on her. Dex didn't want to comply with Nina's requests since he believed Jocelyn wouldn't be pleased. The next Corinthos-adjacent individual to reach the Savoy and advise Sonny of what had transpired with Drew was Michael. Jocelyn asked her angrily how it was supposed to be after Nina shouted out that it wasn't intended to be that way. Before answering a call from Ava Mora West, who had already heard the news, Nina took care of herself. Nina unexpectedly admitted to Ava that she nearly felt terrible for Carly, but just somewhat. She was unaware that Nettie was following her. Martin and Lucy don't have the same perspective. Sasha, Sophia Matson, and Lucy, Lynn Herring, were conversing about romance at the Metro Court Gardens when Martin, Michael E. Knight, stopped by with flowers. While chatting, they couldn't help but boast about Deception's Deceptor. Martin received praise from Lucy for coming up with the concept for the Deceptor. He allegedly gave her inspiration while they were in bed by saying there would one day be a gadget that could freeze time. Lucy made the decision to create this amazing anti-aging device as a result. Sasha was so enamored with the romance in the story that she inquired as to their wedding date. Martin and Lucy promptly replied, never. According to what they claimed, they both had had enough of marriage. Lucy admitted to Sasha that she was hoped Martin would convince her to get married after Marty got up from the table. Martin responded to texts from his ex-wives at the pool before plunging into the water like a typical Ned Quartermain. Will he awaken believing that Tad Martin is him? General Hospital, can Sonny mend Carly's broken heart, as Drew is transported to prison? Spoilers for General Hospital indicate Drew Kane's, Laura Wright, impending 2-year sentence to Pentonville for a crime she committed has completely flipped Carly Spencer's, Laura Wright, world upside down. Carly is feeling helpless and in need of a solution as a result of the judge's decision. Carly will turn to Sonny Corinthos, the only person she trusts, to clean up the enormous disaster she's created for her ex-husband as she deals with the consequences of her actions. Drew's guilty plea didn't have the desired effect. He received a crippling 2-year prison sentence as opposed to the expected 6-month imprisonment. Drew is perplexed by the harshness of the decision and is unable to make sense of the rapid-fire sequence of events. Carly, who is as broken, is standing by his side and shares his shock. Carly's optimism for redemption will wane as they adjust to their new normal. She might be tempted to report herself, but Drew won't have any of it. She must let him to take care of things for her because what's done is done. Sonny still has feelings for Carly, exclaim. Even though Sonny has a reputation for having powerful connections, he might not be able to this time around to save Carly from herself. He will be as shocked by the decision as Drew and Carly were. Even while some people might think Sonny was the one who influenced the court, it will soon become obvious that someone else might have planned Drew's harsh punishment. It's likely that Tracy Quartermain will show up as a potential troublemaker. As Sonny's heart breaks for Carly, he may come to the realization that Drew leaving Carly's normal life may be a way for him to return and atone for everything he has done to her. Of course, Sonny might not come to this understanding until after learning the truth about what Nina Reeves has actually done. Hospital in general, both Nina and Drew are leaving the room. Sonny and Carly don't have the same problems. Although Carly's ex-husband is departing against his will, this was a better option than having her locked up in a cell and separated from her children. Whether Carly likes it or not, there will be room in her life for a new person when Drew sacrifices himself and leaves the scene. Carly is determined to stick by Drew as he navigates this crisis on her behalf. But her commitment will be put to the test when Sonny discovers Nina was the SEC whistleblower and throws her out. It appears that Sonny is still loyal to Carly, just as he always has been. Will she be able to overlook his unwavering devotion to her despite her efforts to recall Drew's? Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any updates.